So, somebody sent me a post of some blogger that hates me, basically saying I photoshopped my abs because I posted a video of me deadlifting. So, it's pretty ignorant. It shows that we don't have a concept of how the core works. Essentially, when you flex your abs for social media's sake, vanity's sake, you're kind of creating a vacuum. You're sucking in your gut to make things more defined. And when you do a deadlift, you have to push everything out to create a brace. That's how you create the most intra-abdominal pressure, to create the most spinal stability so you can lift weight. So, what are we doing here, Kyle?
Trap bar deadlift, this is 325 pounds.
So this is 325, okay? So, although my abs are nothing to brag home to mom about just yet, it is an important concept for you guys to understand the difference between how your core can look good by flexing it for the girls, curls for the girls, or how you need to brace your core if you're going to be lifting heavy weight like 325. So, for example, let's see if we can see this in the mirror. Yeah, it's probably easier this way. So, this is what my core looks like when I'm just flexing, trying to impress people on social media. I'm trying to be like, look, I got a six-pack. I'm so ripped. Not really. So pay attention to how my core looks when I'm sucking in and trying to create a nice aesthetic appeal. Kyle, can you? Yeah. Maybe it'll be a little easier.
Oh, sorry.
You see, again, facing here, right?
Yeah.
So this is what you're like. You're like, oh, I want to flex for social media. I want to impress the girls or whatever. This is the way you would flex. See how here I got a problem here? My TBA sucks in my obliques. This is a lack of stability. So this is what it looks like when I'm trying to impress people versus what it looks like when you need to lift heavy shit. Okay, so what do you say, 325?
325.
Times 8?
Yeah, go for 8.
Okay, so when you're doing a deadlift, the reason why a lot of weightlifters wear belts,
It's the press out against.
it's a cue to force your core to push outward to get this nice fat belly. That's how you create a lot of spinal stability so you don't herniate your disc when you're lifting heavy weight. So, show, they're not that impressive yet, versus go. I'm making a fat bit better. So, and I take a deep breath in to create that pressure and expand. You can use a belt and that'll help you cue. This isn't enough weight where I need it yet. Guys, my core is not really that impressive right now because I need it for spinal stability.
Your arms look jacked.
Hey, that's all you. You can leave the trail slayer. We're on week 5. Okay? Show versus go. It's not sexy to lift a lot of weight. That's why when you see elite powerlifters, they kind of have this rounded belly with a six-pack.
Commonly referred to as the power keg.
The power keg. Instead of a six-pack, you got the keg, which I don't quite have yet. Cool. So we'll finish out this round. Kyle, see any smart burning questions on there?
Freak monkey. No questions yet. Just some good comments. People aren't hating today.
Yeah, comment later. So how much rest are we doing, Kyle?
We'll do like 2.5 minutes. It was a pretty heavy set, so.
Yeah. I haven't lifted this much weight since the last time
Yeah.
I was with you, which was, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, when you're doing heavier sets, you kind of want to take a little bit more time in between sets. Just so you're ready to go for the next one.
Right.
There's kind of a tendency that people have to just want to constantly be doing one thing after another. But it's that's fine. But, when you're trying to build up a little bit of strength.
And we're using the hex bar because the weight is directly through my center of mass.
Yeah.
So it's a little safer on the spine. It's a little harder on the hands for me because the bar's skinnier.
Yeah.
But where a straight bar, a regular bar, the weight's slightly in front of you, so you have to slide it up your legs.
Right.
So it's a little higher risk on the actual spine. So since it's been many years since I've strength consistently, in fact, if I get beyond the 3-month mark with Kyle, that will be the most strength training with weights I've ever done in my life. Because when I was in college, I was a distance runner, and I wasn't allowed to go in the weight room because I would put on muscle and it would slow me down. And considering I ran marathons, half marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks, that was bad. As they say, I've never seen any research, but the common thought is for every pound you carry extra in the mile is 1 second slower. So if I put on 6-7 pounds of muscle from working out in the gym, I would be 6 to 7, 8 seconds slower per mile. When you're running 6 miles, that's like 30 seconds. Quite a bit. Ready for the next?
Yeah.
All right, so show, not that impressive, versus go. You want to create a brace.
This will be set 2 of your working weight.
Oh, sorry.
That was scary. That was scary.
I want to correct the concrete.
No, I think it's okay. I do have this nice rubber flooring.
Let's do this for a second. Let's see if there's any burning questions. Does that make sense, guys? So when you guys see people that lift a lot of weight, like a lot of my friends back in Portland, Oregon, including my friend Chris Stuffin, who is Guinness World Record holder for deadlift, did 1,011 pounds 3 times, 3 reps. He's got a big old belly, and it's that keg we were talking about. It's fat, like round, but it's muscly as hell. That got me going. How many more sets we got? All right. So I'm gonna do my last set with you guys, and then we're gonna get off here. Finish.
Half 2 minutes before the last set.
Right. So we'll finish.
You want to be, you don't want to be out of breath before your next set.
Right. No, it wasn't that hard
Yeah.
per se,
Yeah.
but I am winded. Does that make sense, guys? So when you're trying to impress the ladies, or ladies impress the guys, you create a vacuum and you suck in to create more definition. If you want to lift heavy weight, it's more of a fat belly. Would you like anything to add, Canute the Troll Slayer?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like you got to think about when you're doing a heavy lift. You know, you might be like a group class, and they might be saying like core tight, and it's like it's kind of what do they really mean by that? That is actually like increasing that intra-abdominal pressure. And if you think about like a Coke can, right? When you have an empty Coke can, you can just crush it, no problem. But when it's full and it's under pressure from the carbon dioxide, and you try and step on it, you're not going to crush it that easily. And that's kind of essentially what you're doing into your abdominal cavity.
He's got the keg.
Yeah, into your abdominal cavity to keep your spine from slipping around or flexing or extending too much during load, which is something you don't want to load. You want to try and keep your spine neutral when you're doing like a heavy lift like this.
And Kyle,
strongest.
Let's test how much you learned from me. How do you herniate a disc?
How do you herniate a disc? Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of ways, but
what is the main way?
I guess too much pressure under flexion or
yeah.
Yeah. So like
too much fat. So if you're lifting heavy weight with a rounded spine like this, you're going to hurt your back eventually. Especially if you're lifting, what's 225 or 230? I'm sorry. 225.
No, 325.
325. We're up by 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's very hot in here.
Yeah, so if you're lifting 325 for 8 reps times 3, and you're doing it with a rounded spine, if I did that with a rounded spine, especially since I don't have the ligamentous and tendinous durability because I haven't been training consistently in almost a decade, truly, like I'm at a high risk of a disc herniation, so I have to maintain absolute form. So as Kyle's watching me, if I look like I start to struggle and I'm even close to failure, he's gonna shut me down.
Yeah, that's why we're not really going to a failure on these compound lifts, because eventually you're just going to fatigue, and like if he starts losing that core brace, then we're doing more harm than good, adding a bunch of extra sloppy reps.
Indeed. Some people are asking how much weight is that? That is
325.
325, so 325 pounds. About 110 pounds over my body weight.
Yeah.
I think I'm about 215 right now. I don't know. Okay. So we got one more set.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
All right.
You ready to go? You feel ready?
Yeah. I feel ready.
Oh, wait. I gotta turn. How do I turn it around?
Turn it around like this.
Oh.
Knut. Slaves troll, can't operate phone.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Show. Go.
All right, here he goes. He's gonna lock in. So he's gonna take a deep breath, brace his core.
I gotta do it all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't slow that down.
Right. Somebody's asking, where are your shoes?
You're stronger barefoot. So your feet have more grip to the ground when you're barefoot. So I don't work out with shoes unless I have to. And if I do work out with shoes, use finger shoes. Because just like your hand needs to be fully